guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to The Casual Puzzler, to a video that I probably should have posted a long time ago, but with sickness and just craziness, I just hadn't gotten around to filming it yet. And I still think it's relevant, even if it's getting close to Christmas. Some of these items you may not be able to get in time for Christmas. It's still useful for future holidays and gift-giving needs. So we are doing what to get a puzzle lover for a gift. These are all just my personal ideas because oftentimes I get asked, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for your birthday? What do you want for a gift? And oftentimes I'll just say, well, I like puzzles. And sometimes one that doesn't really give them much information because they don't know brands, they don't know the type of styles of puzzles that I like. So these ideas are really just things that I have come up with to tell people who are asking me for gift ideas what to get a puzzle lover. And so there are some non-puzzle gifts, there are some puzzle-related gifts, there are gifts that kind of just make a puzzle lover's life a little bit easier that you can think of. And so these are just some ideas to get your mind rolling if you are needing to buy a gift for someone who says, I like puzzles, and you don't know where to go from there. So we're just gonna get into this. If you are a puzzle lover watching this video, which I'm sure you most likely are, feel free to leave your recommendations down below if there's something that you've always enjoyed getting as a gift, or if you have specific brands that you think people should enjoy, especially if you're international, because I will talk about some brands towards the end, but they may not be available worldwide. Anyways, we are getting into this first with the giveaway item for this video. So we, of course, are doing a giveaway for every video in the month of December, and we are doing the anthology puzzles this time. So there are two puzzles here, and they are super cute. So this one here is little macaroons, and this one, I don't know, it's a mystery because Anthology Puzzles is a wooden puzzle subscription box that is available here in the US. They retail between $20 to $30 depending on the style of subscription that you do. But when you get them, they come in these little tins, and then the picture is actually at the bottom, just so if you want to be surprised, you have that option so you can do the puzzle without looking at the picture and just enjoy it. So I had Anthology for most of this year. Absolutely love them. They did just move to Colorado, super small business. Love their stuff, love their quality, and I really enjoy them. Anyways, so make sure you do all the things down below to get as many entries as possible, since you actually can't purchase these outside of the subscription. So just thought I'd let you know. Anyways, let's get into the list. First section, non-puzzle gifts, because you may want to get a puzzle lover something that's not puzzles. So first off, we have wearables, so jewelry, shirts, sweatshirts, things that you can just wear that shows the hobby, but not necessarily have any part in the hobby whatsoever. One of my favorite pieces is actually the earrings that I'm wearing. They were from Etsy, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to get them in time for Christmas, but they're just simple sterling silver earrings that are puzzle pieces. And they're super cute, very easy to wear. I have been pretty much sleeping in them nonstop. And it's nice because it's a puzzle item, but it's not loud and in charge, you know? So it shows like, hey, I like puzzles, but it's not in your face like the sweatshirt that I'm wearing. So I also have this sweatshirt that says Weekend Forecast and has puzzle pieces on the front. I've shown it in, yeah, you can see it, there we go. Super cozy, pretty much living in it, especially when I was sick. I wore this all the time. It's nice and fleece inside, super cozy like sweatshirt material, and it's washed really well too without it shrinking, which is nice. So super love this sweatshirt. They also have it in t-shirt form, and I actually have a t-shirt on underneath that says, one more piece, I promise. I'll leave again pictures on the screen so you can see. So it's something fun. So I like having this option because one, I like puzzles, and sometimes I'm going to puzzle events where maybe I want to wear something that shows that I like puzzles. I also have a channel, so it's a very niche group of people, but it's something cool to gift someone who likes puzzles, like really likes puzzles, but it's not going to be a puzzle. You could also get a puzzle lover some puzzle decor, so they have picture frames with puzzle pieces, or there's wall art that has puzzle pieces that are like letters that you can stick together, or you can do one that's like, there's a bunch of different things on Etsy and Amazon that you can check out, but just different little pieces of home decor that you could give them as well. I personally really enjoyed these guys here. I have a whole separate video about them, so I'll leave that down below, but it's like these little sculptures that are standalone, like they can stand up fine. They're always behind me, but they're actually puzzles. So this guy here comes apart, you can put him back together, and he just stands on his own on the shelf, and it's super fun. This one, of course, is very seasonal, but they have things that are not seasonal too that you can use all year round. Like this one is a cat because I have cats. It's super cute. I love them, and it's just a good idea for you. And I want to say they're around like the $20, $30 mark, if I can remember correctly. Next we have is, I feel like a really good gift for a puzzle lover, which is a back massager. Now you can do a back massager as like one that you can do at home. You could also just buy a gift card for a back massage, which would also be nice if you know that's something that they would enjoy. I personally have this one from Amazon. I want to say it was around $50, but it is this back massager that you look funny when you're using it, where you like put it on your shoulders, you can put your hands through here, and then you can control the pressure based on how much force you're using when you are having your arms in. You can also move it downwards, and it can do the lower back. Sometimes I just sit there with it going, and I'm just like sitting, leaning on it. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to be doing, but I use this constantly, and it works so good. It's so good. Sometimes I can be a little bit too intense if I'm putting too much pressure on it, so I have to ease up a bit, but it's warm. It helps with the knots, especially if I've had like a long day of filming and puzzling. This thing has definitely come into use and very handy. So there's lots of other options for back massagers, but that's the one I have and I like it. So just a good idea for a puzzle lover, because I'm sure you've heard your friend or family or yourself mention how achy your back is after you puzzle. So definitely a good idea. And then the final non-puzzle item that I have here is an audiobook, or maybe a subscription to Audible or something like that. But you can purchase audiobooks online and gift them. So it's a great option if you're very last minute, because I personally love listening to audiobooks while I'm puzzling. And it's just a cool way for either you to maybe gift your favorite book to that person in audiobook forms, or maybe if you know that they like certain types of genre, you can always get them an audiobook. But it's something fun and different, and I think I would really enjoy getting that as a gift, especially since sometimes I like to listen to audiobooks when I'm puzzling. I will actually be doing a video about my favorite audiobooks this season, so stay tuned for that video. Moving on to my category, which I call Making Puzzling Easier. These are gifts that a puzzle lover may need. So maybe they're new to puzzle and they don't have this gear, or it's something that you can just add to their collection. So first off is sorting trays. So I have this box here. So, I mean, they work absolutely fine, but this is just a prop to show you like sorting trays. So this little set of boxes I got at Hobby Lobby. It was pretty affordable. I have that one. There's a ton of other options on Amazon. Also, instead of getting sorting trays, you could always just get little small cookie sheets as well, because those work really good too, and they can usually get like a bigger surface area. So that's kind of nice if you got like a set of like 4 or 6 trays that they can use to sort their pieces. Super helpful, and I feel like I can never have too many. They live in a place where maybe they have a short amount of space to use. You could always get them either a puzzle mat or something like this, where it's like a roll-up puzzle situation. So this one is called Pack-a-Puzzle. I actually haven't used it. I got it at Hobby Lobby, but it's something where they could do the puzzle and then be able to put it away, especially if they have pets, or maybe they have small children and they don't get time to puzzle often because they maybe don't have the space to keep it out all the time away from the kids. It kind of helps, you know, where you can just put it away and they can work at it on a later date. Now, if you have a little bit higher of a budget, you can always do a puzzle table or a puzzle board that they can use while they're maybe watching TV, or they can just maneuver their puzzles around. Puzzle boards can retail around like $40 to $50. Puzzle tables are a bit more, but super helpful, and especially if you are getting like a one larger present, or if you are teaming up with a couple people to buy one person a present, you can always, I don't know, split the costs. But I absolutely love my puzzle table. It has been a game changer for sure. Another option if they like to save their puzzles is either puzzle tape or puzzle savers. So these are like stickies that you can put on the back of your puzzle so they can keep the puzzle together for either gluing purposes or hanging up purposes. So I personally haven't tried those, but they're often bought on my Amazon links. So whenever you guys purchase things through my Amazon links, I can see what's bought. I just don't know who bought them. There's a ton of people that buy these puzzle savers, so people like them. So it's definitely a good add-on gift, you know, to give to a puzzle lover. The last item in this category is maybe a light or a lamp. Some people like to use the headlamps, even just having like a nice lamp to put on a table, maybe battery operated, may be nice to have proper lighting when you're doing your puzzles. I think that would be helpful. Or maybe if you know someone who has maybe a little bit harder eyesight, getting them some type of magnifier may also help as well. So just some ideas to give a puzzle lover. They may already have some of this gear, but personally, most of this stuff I can't have too many of. So just some ideas for you. Our next category here is kind of puzzles, but different. So these are puzzles, but they're some sort of unique thing that makes it a different gift than just a regular old jigsaw puzzle. So first off we have is our whole separate category, which is 3D puzzles. So there's a ton of different options out there. I have a whole dedicated video about the ones that I've done. I'll leave that down below because it's a fun way to do a puzzle, but not necessarily jigsaw puzzles. Now some are more jigsaw than others, like for instance that bus right there is real puzzle pieces, but other ones like the big pirate ship above me isn't. So there's a ton of different options, but it's something fun and different, especially if you maybe like the idea of having them have a sculpture or something like this, but you also want to give them a puzzle experience. It kind of does both because I love that guy. I'm never taking it apart. But it was a jigsaw and it was super fun to put together. So definitely a fun way to give a puzzle lover a jigsaw puzzle or a puzzle in general. Next we have is wooden puzzles, which we of course have the Anthology, which is a subscription, but there's so many other wooden puzzle brands. Like we have this guy back here, which is Wentworth. Beautiful images, and they have smaller piece counts that are a little bit more affordable. They have larger ones that are quite pricey, but it's just such a fun, unique way to puzzle, and I absolutely loved the Wentworth ones as well. They just have beautiful images, really good quality, and again, there's other brands that do them. You can find them on Amazon, but a wooden puzzle is definitely a fun way to give a puzzle lover a puzzle. It may be a bit late to do this for this season, but getting a personalized puzzle is always a fun idea. There are some smaller brands that do this specifically. There's also Ravensburger where you can make your own puzzle as well, which has better quality. But I have a little one that my mom got me last year. It is super cute. It comes in like a little bag. It's a heart-shaped puzzle with a picture from our wedding day. I absolutely loved it. It was super fun, and it's definitely a unique, just customized gift to give a puzzle lover. I will just tell you to go over to Karen Puzzles because she has dedicated videos about that whole situation and tips and tricks on like different images to choose and all that such. But it's definitely a fun idea to give a puzzle lover a customized puzzle. Like that would be so cool, and they're not as pricey as you'd expect, but it may require a little bit more time. So you might be cutting it close for this Christmas, but it's definitely something to keep in mind for the future. Another idea is a puzzle subscription. Here we have the wooden puzzle subscription, but they have other options as well. There are some like completing the puzzle, which is a puzzle subscription where they're renting puzzles, but some brands do have puzzle subscriptions where it's dedicated to that brand. So for instance, Buffalo Games, you can purchase a 6 to 12 month subscription where each month they're getting a puzzle from their new collection. So super cool idea because you know it's one puzzles that they don't have already. It's fun because it's kind of like a surprise each month for them. So it can be a bit pricey if you do like the 6 to 12 month or depending on the brand, but it's fun, it's different. Now say you're watching this video and you've heard all these options and nothing is quite sitting right other than you want to get them a jigsaw puzzle. Here are just a couple tips for gifting a jigsaw puzzle to a puzzle lover. So first off, I would say try to see what type of puzzles that they do. Now some people maybe all over the place. They just love any type of puzzle that comes their way. They're gonna do it no matter what. I would say either look at their Instagram, look at their Facebook, have they shared photos of puzzles that they have done? Because that could give you an idea of what type of puzzles they are really into. Maybe they're really into photographs, maybe they're really into more illustrations, maybe they like really intricate, really teeny tiny details. And those are things that you can consider when you're purchasing a puzzle, because you may think that that puzzle image is beautiful and would be a beautiful puzzle to do, but someone like me who sees a puzzle that has maybe a ton of really small details may be like, ooh, that's might be tough. For instance, I'm just giving you an idea. I'm someone who loves cats, and you may think, oh, I'm gonna get Emily a puzzle that has cats on it. But you may not know that I don't like puzzles with fur because it's really difficult to do. So I would just say, as an idea, just take a quick peek at their Instagram or other puzzles they have in their collection. See if there's a trend. Maybe they're really into gradient puzzles, maybe they're really into landscapes, maybe they're really into animals, and then try to find a puzzle that you think they would enjoy. I'm sure they'll do whatever puzzle you give them. I personally love getting puzzles as presents. That's why I ask for them all the time. But I have come into several puzzles in my collection that I may not have picked out myself, and they have been sitting undone because either they're really difficult ones that I wouldn't choose, maybe really tricky ones that just seem out of my realm, and it's just something to consider if you're buying puzzles for someone who loves puzzles. I do have some suggestions for puzzle brands. So first off, we have puzzle brands that you can easily find for under $20, and that would be Buffalo Games, Suns Out, or Dawdle. So all three of those for me are available here at Walmart. They're easy to find on Amazon. You can also find them on their own websites, but they're easy to find, they're great quality, and they have a huge variety and selection, and it's a great price point. We then have some mid-price point items. So these are things that are between $20 to $25, $30, and that would be New York Puzzle Company, we have Antelope, and I would put Pomegranate in that group as well. So again, great quality, nice variety, and price point is decent as well. If you want something that's maybe on the higher end of things, maybe it's a puzzle brand that they wouldn't purchase themselves because it's out of their price range, I would suggest Ravensburger, Schmidt. They just, again, great variety, amazing quality, a little bit higher price point, so such a great gift option. I actually have a whole dedicated video also on some niche smaller companies, so if you want to get them a puzzle brand that maybe they've never heard of before, something new, something exciting, I'll leave that video down below. I don't remember all of them at the top of my head, but they include Tanya Wicks, we have Art and Fable, brands that are smaller and independently owned that are just branching out, and it'd be super fun as a puzzle lover to try a new brand that I've never done before. So I hope this little guide helped you if you are a puzzle lover wanting to have some ideas for your own wish list, or if you are wanting to have suggestions to give a puzzle lover for Christmas or another holiday, then hopefully this helped. Again, if you have other suggestions or brands that you think need a mention, feel free to leave those in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!